Hello, I'm Amanda, and this is the Knots of Mayhem podcast number 2. If this is your first time here, which I'm assuming it probably is because this is number 2, thank you for coming. And if you are one of the wonderful 15 subscribers that I have now, I appreciate you coming back. That is amazing. And I really enjoyed your comments last time from the previous video. So, let's talk about my sweater mission. I'm thinking it's changed. I had it in my mind that I was going to make 50 sweaters this year, and it could happen. It could still happen. Right now, Mother Nature and I are kind of fighting about it. It is February the 5th. Yes, today is February the 5th, and it is about 60 degrees outside and 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which does not make me want to make sweaters. I don't want to crochet sweaters. I really want to crochet scarves and stuff like that, little light things, rather than having a big, huge sweater warming me up, making me go to sleep on the lovely couch, which is inevitably what happens. So I'm not sure if we're going to do the sweater thing, guys. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I've just decided that I'm going to wing it. A couple of things have happened that I am excited about, and a couple of ideas have happened that I kind of want to pursue. One being my, I have a scarf over here. I will show you. Hang on. Speaking of scarves, I have this lovely scarf here that I made back in November, I believe. And I really, really, really want to see this. Can you see it? I have limited space. You are on a box right now, on top of a box being propped up by a box of dominoes. You are triple boxed right now, so I'm a little nervous about moving, but I'm going to try. If you fall, you fall, and I'll catch you. I'll pick you up and put you back in your place. Anyhow, so I made this scarf back in November. I think it was November. And I really, really want to make a pattern for it because it is lovely. I love this scarf. I wear it all the time. This is like my favorite scarf to wear. So I've almost got the nerve up to actually sit down and write a pattern, which I've never done before. I've been crocheting for 12 years and I have never written a pattern of my own. I make up stuff on the fly all the time, but I have never, just never sat down and tried to write out a pattern. I have another piece that I made as well. It's a hoodie cowl combo that I would also like to write a pattern for. So inevitably what I'm saying is, for some reason right now, I'm being drawn to make patterns, to try to create patterns. And I'm actually toying with the idea of indeed putting up trying my hand at a tutorial. As you see right now, I moved. I was over at my desk on the last podcast, and I don't really have a space here that is that's film worthy, or even just I create on the couch. I sit on the couch. That's what I do. That's where I am. My husband sits on the other couch. We sit in there and we talk to each other. He plays whatever game he's playing. Right now, actually, we're into Far Cry 4. That's what we're playing right now. And I hook and I watch him play and I say, oh, look, there's that thing, or oh, look, there's that thing, or I try to help him figure out the puzzles or whatever it is. So I don't have a space to really like film. And I'll have to look back over this video before I post it up because I can't tell if my eyes need to be here or here. I think it's there. There? I don't know. Anyhow, sorry, I'm rambling. You guys, you 15 people that are subscribed and whomever might have stumbled upon this video and is watching, I am socially awkward. I have been through a lot of trauma in my life, and a lot of that has caused me to be very much introverted, which is very weird for me because I was very much an extrovert the majority of my life. I mean, we're talking musical theater, we're talking performing in bands, we're talking acting in whatever, whenever. I've never been an introvert before, and somehow in my 30s, lots of stuff happened and I went in and never came back out. So I am elated that you are listening to me ramble right now, because at least it feels like I can, I mean, even if you're not, even even if I'm just talking to myself right now, it feels good just to talk, because I don't talk all day long, unless it's to my little guy who's 12, and our verbal communication is a lot of video talk is what we call it. He is his conversation a lot of times has to do with whatever video he's watching. It's called scripting. And a lot of times we joke all day long about different scripted topics. But as far as actually having conversation, it's give or take. So anyway, where was I going with that? I have no idea where. Oh, I was talking about being an introvert all of a sudden and not knowing how to handle it. Which brings me actually to my next thing that I'm really excited about. I absolutely adore Rosina at Zines and Roger. And I will put the link to her channel if you don't know it, which I highly doubt, down below in the description. She's just awesome. I mean, I don't know. I could see us totally, hanging out in a pub one night and just having lots and lots and lots of beers. Or wine, or whatever the beverage might be. Anyhow, she was doing a call for crochet testers a couple weeks ago, and for the Road to Nowhere shawl. And I have to say, I responded because I really wanted to crochet the shawl and test out the pattern. And I'll show you how it turned out. I went rogue. The pattern called for a solid border, and I did this. And I can't see if you can see it, but there's a gray panel. And this thing is it's gorgeous. It's 55 inches long on the longer side. Let's see, there it goes. And then my gray started running out, so we went to stripes with burgundy. And if you look, I changed up the pattern of the stripes, and they get narrower and narrower. And around this corner, it's all burgundy. So this is the Road to Nowhere shawl, and I'm showing you the wrong side. I'm doing all that and showing you, well, there's not a wrong or right side. However, I really love how on this side, the blue looks like little hearts. I don't know if you can really see, but it looks like little hearts, little blue hearts. I love that. So anyway, this thing is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's the draping on it that you see right now, this draping, I mean, I can't. I'm afraid I'm gonna knock you down if I show you. But see this? How it just falls? It's not even blocked. It's not even blocked. It's just, this is the way it crocheted up. I'm gonna have to block it. I don't know, I might not, actually. I don't know if I can handle it be much longer. I love it as it is. So anyway, I did that, and back to the socially awkward thing. Because it was my second crochet testing, my second time crocheting for someone else for their pattern to see how it was, I don't really, it's like when I'm crocheting, I can make something work. And I'll try really hard to make it work, and I'll try to take a mental note of it, but sometimes I'm just going intuitively and I don't think about it. So when it came time for feedback, I don't really know how. Great pattern. I love the way it turned out, you know, that kind of thing. I didn't really know how to critique it properly. I want to be able to do that because I really like testing patterns for people. Not to mention, like I said, I want to start making my own patterns. So I want to know how to understand what kind of feedback I might get. You know what I mean? So, and being socially awkward, it just kind of, I don't want to step on toes. I don't want to have my, I suck at social media, guys. I suck at it. I am horrible at it. I try, I'm, for the most part, I'm a pretty silly person. I'm pretty silly. I mean, good God, knots of mayhem. Come on. I'm a pretty silly person, but for some reason, you know, tone doesn't necessarily carry over in social media. So sometimes you have to reword things, and what might have sounded funny in your mind doesn't come across as funny because of sarcasm or whatever it might be. So a lot of times I just opt out. Another thing, everyone that I follow on YouTube, I watch all of their videos, but I hardly ever comment because of social awkwardness, and because most of the videos I watch them on our PlayStation 4. So in order to actually leave a comment for somebody, I have to pull up the video on the phone and then comment there while I'm watching their video on the TV. So a lot of times I won't comment. I'll thumbs up everything, you know, but I won't leave comments because I don't really know. I'm not really an access for my phone, or I'm in the middle of crocheting something and it doesn't dawn on me until later to leave a comment. And so I lurk. I am a habitual lurker as far as YouTube goes. So yeah. Oh, and if you hear screaming, that's the little guy. He's 12. He's back in his bedroom having some iPad time, and he's having a blast. So if you hear him, that's why. Okay, so I have another finished object. That was a finished object. That the scarf was not really a finished object. Well, it was finished months ago. Since I've seen you, or since the last time I recorded, I did finish the oh my gosh, I totally forgot to get the boyfriend cabled sweater, crocheted boyfriend cabled sweater by Hey Carrie. For my son, it is, I think I did a size large for him. Yeah, I think I did size large for the body. I think the arms I did a medium, because he's a little top heavy, but his arms are a little lean. So here is that. You see it? That's the front. And there's the back. You see the back? There it is. One tip, if you decide to do the pattern, it's a lovely pattern. I mean, it worked up beautifully. It fits him like a dream. He didn't want to take it off for the first day after I made it. And now when he gets it on, it takes a little while for him to take off because it's like a big hug on him. If you do the pattern though, don't be like me. Like I said, I watch all of my videos on the PlayStation 4, and because of that, I had both of the arms halfway done and went to make a comment on her video through my phone and realized that she had put notes in the description about the counts that she had in the video being a little off. I'm glad I caught it when I did, and honestly, it wasn't that big of a fix. I mean, I kind of like his arms might taper a little longer at the bottom, but it looks great. I mean, it's no big deal. So, but if you decide to do that, which I highly recommend you do, if you're in the mood to make a sweater this year, this one is really easy. It's a quick pattern. It doesn't take very long. And it's just fun the way that you work the Jacob's ladder braids on it. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. So there's that. And then I got to test another pattern. I got to test an amigurumi pattern. When I first started crocheting, I really loved amigurumi. I actually made my husband a little, I got this book called, what was it? Creepy Cute Crochet, I think was the name of it. I think that was the name of the book. If I can find it, I'll put a link to it below. Oh, and I don't have affiliate links or anything like that. So if I put a link below, it's just going to go straight to Amazon. But anyhow, so I made him this little zombie, and Neil the Needle Ninja. He's actually on my desk right now. He holds all of my needles for me. He's a little tiny ninja, and I poke him in his head. And then I also made him a Jason, a little mini Jason Voorhees. So anyway, and I at the time I was doing amigurumi left and right because both of my babies were little, and I made all kinds of stuffed animals. And then I kind of got really tired of it because there's a whole lot of single crochet in amigurumi. There's a whole lot of tiny in amigurumi, and a whole lot of pieces to put together. And that's where I get hung up, actually, is the pieces, putting the pieces together on amigurumi. It just, because I'm so meticulous about where it needs to be, or I'm very anal retentive about it. And I mean, good grief. Needless to say, I took a break. So the wonderful Michaela from Hooked in a Flash, she put up a picture of her Valentine puppy a few weeks back, and oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's so cute. And I mentioned something about it because my youngest is actually, he goes to public school, and I'm their room mother for the special needs class. And there are 8 kids in the class. And so I was, I was telling her, that would be, if you get that pattern out, that'd be awesome, because I have 8 little kiddos who would absolutely adore those for Valentine's Day. And so she messaged me and asked me if I would test the pattern, and I did. I sucked at it. The pattern was awesome, but I, it'd been a while since I'd done any amigurumi. So I'm gonna show him to you. Don't laugh at him, because he's my little chihuahua, and I love him. And actually, after today's recording, I am going to be like knee deep in puppy until next Friday. But here he is. Isn't he cute? Look at him. Look. You look at him. You look at him. Oh my gosh. Oh my. And look at his tail. He's got a little. See, it's supposed to be a heart. His little tail. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Isn't he cute? I just want to eat him up. I wish that it wouldn't take me so long to make him, but I love him. Again, that's Michaela from Hooked in a Flash. This is a paid for pattern on Etsy. And I will try to get the link to her Etsy shop and put that in the description as well. I'm doing all this on my phone, so I'm not sure how all that's going to work. I'm going to try to figure it out. So anyway, that is a little Valentine's puppy. So after today, I am going to be working on tons of puppies. I'm making a whole box of puppies for the classroom. The kids don't have any particular food allergies or anything, but we as a family, we're keto. We've been keto for almost 2 years now. And my kiddo, we try to let them be kids. We try to let them have treats. We go to the movies once a month kind of thing, and let them have a big tub of popcorn just to go ahead and get it out of their system. We let them have, on Christmas and Halloween, we did keto cheats, and we call it keto cheats just because, we allow them to go ahead and be kids and have some chocolate, or they have chocolate all the time. Just have some milk chocolate, have sugar. But, when I can, when possible, I'd like to keep them away from it. So I figured little puppies for Valentine's Day, and maybe a few little candies scattered in a box. It's better than lots of Valentine's candy. So there's Puppy. And that's, again, Michaela from Hooked in a Flash. And I'll also put her YouTube channel in the description, if I can figure it. Again, I'm saying I'm going to put all these things in the description, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I will do my best. So anyhow, there's Puppy. Now, before I start on puppies, I am working on my 4th sweater, which should have been done by now. And honestly, it could have been done this morning, but I was lazy. I have been lazy. Kind of still being lazy. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. It should be. It's just an arm. All I have left is one arm. But this is for my younger son. Hang on. Pull this out. So I don't lose my place. So this is for my younger son. And it is a little mock turtleneck houndstooth sweater that is missing an arm. I started this last week, week before last week. No, week before last, because I got the pattern for the shawl last week. Anyhow, so I've been kind of working on those, back and forth. But then I wanted to get the shawl finished because I'm trying really hard to be project monogamous this year, which I'm finding out I'm not very good at. Another reason why I'm kind of maybe pitching the sweater idea for a little while. I don't know. So anyway, that's hopefully going to be finished tonight. And then it's puppy time. And then after puppy time, I am going to start working on the Granny Challenge, the season of the Granny. That was put forth by Krista from The Secret Yarnery and Glenda from Creative Grandma. They're doing it's kind of like a crochet along. Well, it's not really a crochet along. It's more like a challenge. It's kind of somewhere in the middle of both of those. It's season of the Granny. You're supposed to create something wearable with granny squares or granny stitch or granny of some sort. And so I decided, sorry for the ring there. So I decided to use the old grannies that I have lying around. And they're these. You see that? These are from Mikey at the Crochet Crowd. These were supposed to be a blanket. That never happened. So I think what I'm going to do is make them into a cardigan. And let me know. I mean, it's going to be a totally off-the-cuff project. It's not going to be anything pattern-wise. I'm basically going to have to, build this. And I've been toying around with the idea of, as I build it, film it. So let me know down below if you'd like to see how I add these together to make a cardigan. Let me know. But my battery on my phone is about to die. I, again, thank you so much for watching and for coming back if you did. And if you're new, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, that would be fantastic. But again, I guess that's it. I appreciate you. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. All right, bye.